Yo, it is the end of 2025, everyone. It's been an amazing year, and thank you for all the support on this channel, the main channel, all my new channels that are linked in the description. I've got a new clips channel and a new VODs channel if you guys want to subscribe to those as well. But we are on Xtreme, the goated account, and I'm gonna give you guys a quick bank overview for the end of the year. I know a lot of other YouTubers do this kind of thing, and I think it'd be fun to have a little update on Xtreme since it's been more of the background account recently, at least on stream and video wise. We are still playing this account every single day, more than any other account. This is my main account, this is my main grind, and yeah, I just want to give you guys a little bit of a treat of a bank video, let you know what I've been up to, a little bit of an update for this account since it's not getting any main videos anytime soon, except for, you know, extreme circumstances, which I'll get into in a little bit. But welcome in, guys. Thank you for being here. First off, I want to start off with our goal and our chunk map. Chunk map right now is looking a little bit strange. I don't know what kind of shape you would call that, but it's a very stiff chunk map. Maybe that's the word I'd use. I don't know. Hopefully you watched the most recent video so that this isn't too much of a spoiler for you guys, but I recently rolled the Xtreme Graveyard, Necromancer chunk, whatever you want to call it. This one right here. This gave me access to the necromancer in this little cave area here, and my first yew trees up here, which I've been probably using a lot, which I will show you in a bit, our spoils from all that. Whenever I need to AFK, I've been on the yew trees whenever I'm actively grinding this count or grind the necromancer. Current chunk goal is 85 smithing to superheat a runite bar. In order to do that, I need fire runes to cast the superheat spell, which we've been using a ton. 4 fire runes per cast, takes a lot of them. I need about 500,000 fire runes, which the necromancer does drop quite a bit of, as well as nature runes and other pretty good runes that will be helpful for the account in the future. But it is a long grind. It's about a 3,000 hour grind, mostly killing the necromancer the whole time. And one thing that can save me from having to collect all those fire runes is getting a fire battle staff from a lucky impling. So we've been catching lucky implings. I've got people scouting for me. They've been in my friends chat, Xtreme. If you guys would also like to scout, you can join my friends chat here, and you can ask for information. But it's pretty simple. Basically, there's 2 areas to scout at. There's here by the Cox area, and then there's over here in Xtreme. The implings do wander south quite a bit. Keep that in mind, but it's more towards the south portion of this new chunk. Lure them in there. Let me know in my friends chat when you found something. And we are giving away 10 mil per lucky impling scouted, so you can make quite a bit of money hunting lucky implings. They are pretty rare, but 10 mil adds up quite a bit. I've had a lot of people catch like 5+ luckies so far. That's 50 mil. And if you happen to be the one who scouts the lucky impling that gives me a fire battle staff, I will give you 2 billion GP thanks to some generous donations from a bunch of the people in the community. We have racked up 2 billion GP to give to that lucky person who scouts the fire battle staff for me. So yeah, if you want to make some side money, you know, you can have an alt hopping in these areas with Dark Lure and try and find me some lucky implings, and you could hit that jackpot. Trust me, it's possible. It's 1 in 170 to get a fire battle staff from a lucky impling. It's pretty common, or decently common, unique on the medium clue table, which of course lucky implings drop based on clue scroll tables. So here is our total amount of lucky implings caught so far: 144. I will also take dragon implings if you find dragon implings along the way. Not paying anything for them, so you know, if you want to make more money while you hunt luckies, you can catch the dragon implings and sell them. I don't mind, but if you want to give them to me, I'll take them. I won't say no. A few other implings caught while in this new chunk, but I'm not prioritizing any other implings. The essence are nice because those can also give me fire runes. Eclectic's kind of nice, but yeah, I'm focusing on the lucky implings, and we have shot up on the lucky impling count for sure. But yeah, let's get into the bank and I'll show you guys what we've obtained from lucky implings and everything else that we've done in this chunk so far. And here is the first tab, the main tab. Here I've got my coin stack, 14 mil in cash, 460 stardust that I've accumulated to the 97 mining. I'll show the stats at the end if you want to see them. 754,000 longbows from our 95 fletching grind. That was probably the craziest grind I've completed so far ever on any account. This necromancer grind might be bigger than that if we complete it. If we don't get a fire staff, it definitely will. If we do get a fire staff, it might not be as bad as that grind was. So, you know, hopefully we get the fire staff. That would probably save me at least 1,000 to 2,000 hours of time just getting that fire staff. So that's pretty crazy. The long and curved bones, we'll probably never be able to trade these in for construction XP, but they're nice stacks to have in the bank. 100 crystal keys obtained from magpies and trolls. The necromancer doesn't have access to the rare drop table, which is a bit odd, but kind of nice because that means more runes for me. But yeah, 100 stack of crystal keys is kind of where I wanted it to be anyway. Almost 100 stack of sinister keys. I love these key drops, that's why they're in this kind of flex tab. And grubby keys from gourmets, which are pretty rare. So only 4 of those with all the gourmets I've caught so far. Got the pets, obviously. Puppetile and the beaver, which transmog to the fox right now. I'll get into the collection log later, but I've been going for like some of the forestry collection logs and bit of a dry streak for the golden pheasant egg, so we don't have that. Just the fox. The fox, probably a bit more of a fan of the fox pet anyway, but I do still want the golden pheasant egg before leaving this chunk. But obviously it's not required since I don't have a forestry backpack. We got the Xeric's talisman, which has been one of the most helpful items recently because it's my fastest way to get back to chambers from necromancer. Without this item, it would be a lot longer of a grind. Here is a massive stack, cursed amulets of magic from the necromancer, a common drop from them. And these things are kind of expensive, especially right now. Yeah, they gone up to 37k. That's 303 million GP just in amulets. That's absolutely insane. Nobody in the entire game has a stack this big. I've asked collection discords, and somebody had a few hundred of them, and that's like the biggest stack I've seen. So I'm pretty sure I have the biggest stack of these in the game. I'm not dropping these over. I'm planning on saving them until I get a death's coffer. You can put items that are worth more than 10k into a death's coffer, and you get like 10% more value to them that you can use to pay for death costs. So I'm planning on using those on death's coffer one day, and that will probably pay for all the deaths on the account for its entirety. Honestly, I might have a grind where dying is you know, maybe hard to avoid, or maybe it's essential for a grind. Obviously I'm not allowed to die on purpose until I have like the respawn location available in one of my chunks. It's kind of like a chunk rule, like you can't intentionally die and then be placed outside of your chunk map. So yeah, I can't intentionally die until I have an area unlocked. But yeah, that'll be really nice for Death's Coffer one day, I'm sure of it. I've got all my bird eggs stacked up so far. We've got over 150, closing in on close to 200 now. Yeah, these are nice to stack up. We are very close to Evil Chicken Grind. Let me just show you on the map. 2 chunks away. This chunk right here. So 1, 2, 3. Could roll that. Or 1, 2, 3. Very close. This altar right here. So might as well stack up on them while I can. While I'm trying to AFK and stuff. I usually always chop on World 444 at the yew trees. By the way, if you guys want to help me spawn forestry events, you're more than welcome to hang out here on World 444. Help me spawn them. There's a lot of bots that come around there, so I do get a lot of you know, free forestry spawns because of them. But you know, I'd like to hang out with you guys if you guys want to chop some yew trees. It's very close to a bank as well. I unfortunately can't use that bank, but I'll show you what I've been doing with the yew logs that I get in a moment once we get to that tab. I've been saving up mystery boxes as well. I'll do a big opening of mystery boxes once I get to 84 smithing. They do give lamps, so I don't want to wait until after 85 smithing because I am lamping smithing, and you know, I want to get as much out of these lamps as possible, so I'll be waiting for 84 smithing. That way I get more XP per lamp. And there's also there's a few cool things I can get from mystery box, like dragon med helm, dragon spear, but neither of those would be useful in my current chunk, so I am not going to be opening them. Well, there's no like disadvantage to me saving them up, so I'm going to be saving them up for a big opening. We've got a partial summer pie. There was a task that I unlocked in this chunk to make a partial summer pie. It wasn't originally a chunk task, it only became a chunk task because I started killing imps that randomly spawn in my chunk. Or they don't spawn in my chunk, they teleport into my chunk. It wasn't a chunk task because there's no spawn location in my chunk. Only NPCs that spawn in your chunk are required for chunk tasks, but since they were wandering in, I decided I might as well kill them. I got a pot of flour, made the partial summer pie, which was 85 cooking. I don't have that cooking level, or 95 cooking, I believe. Yeah, 95 cooking, excuse me. But I had, what is it? I had a boost, whatever the beer's called again. I'm sure we'll see those in a bit once we get to that tab. But yeah, that's the first tab. Sorry, this is going to be a long video. I'm going through everything like in depth. Skip ahead, you know, if you want to see something in particular. But yeah, this is the raids tab. Obviously, I've been using supplies in this tab, so this is not officially everything that we've gotten from the raid, but this is a lot of it for sure. The Lizardman Fangs have been essential for the teleports with the Xeric's Talisman. We might have used 1,000, probably more than 1,000 teleports so far. I just add these to the Xeric's Talisman occasionally, but we still got a lot of them. Yeah, over 107,000. Those will last a long time, hopefully the entire account. But yeah, here's all the ores. We've been using our mithril and coal for the smithing task. We superheat as we go because I'm lamping smithing, obviously, so the higher the level, the more XP I get per lamp. So we've been smithing them as we go, so these stacks are diminishing over time. I don't have enough coal to do mithril the entire way, unfortunately, so I will have to do some gold, maybe some silver. Hopefully I can kind of push the silver out with lamps, and potentially if I get like more gold, more coal I can get from like maze randoms, gold I can get from the raid, or like some implings drop a bit of gold here and there. Hopefully I can push out the silver because it's a lot less XP per fire rune. Mithril being the best to use because it's the best use of my coal. I don't think I'll be making any adamant. And then we only have to do the rune once, so I gotta remember to save, like, what is it, 8 coal, I believe, for that? 8? Yeah, that sounds right. 8 coal for that. It's a lot of coal. And yeah, 6 coal for the adamant, 4 coal for the mithril. That's why it's more efficient to use mithril. Got gems. I've been cutting the gems since like the beginning of the account. We're 89 crafting, pretty much all from cutting gems from the raid. And I haven't been cutting them recently, so these have been stacking up over time from various random events and stuff. The occasional raid, once we go into the question log, you'll see that I have a few more raids kill count than I did previously. It's because, you know, every now and then I might send one just for fun. It's not totally inefficient because I can get the coal, I can get the gold, and I can get the dark relics, which I'll be putting on smithing whenever I get those. Rune arrow stack doing pretty good. Dragon arrow stack doing very good because I've still been catching dragon implings. I still get the dragon arrows and dragon arrow tips from dragon implings, so this stack has been going up actually. So once we get an actually like really big PVM grind again, maybe Skatizo or Inferno, we will have plenty of dragon arrows stacked up for that. Other than that, there's no reason to use anything but rune. Maybe eventually I'll have amethyst arrows. There's also a rune arrow shop in the chunk right next to me, right here, this archery shop. And once I hit this, I'll have unlimited rune arrows, so I'll never have to worry about ammo for the twisted bow again, which will be really nice. But we're pretty stocked up right now, and unfortunately I'm not really using the twisted bow unless I'm doing the occasional raid that I was talking about. Planks for future construction. Saltpeter I can use for farming XP it makes super compost, but it's very minimal amount of farming XP. All the herbs, we've got over 99 herb lore banked. I did the calculations, I believe, in for my chunk rolling live stream, but I think it's like 101, 102 herb lore banked. And I pick up the occasional herb from like the zombies around the necromancer because they are aggressive. Sometimes I have to kill them. Sometimes they give me like a Quarm or a Vernar, and I really can't pass those up because it's like future herb lore XP. If we ever hit the herb lore chunk, we'll be set on the herbs. It's only the secondaries that we need to worry about. Our rune stacks right here from the raid, mostly from the raid. The necromancer does drop death and blood runes, so these stacks have probably gone up a few thousand since I completed the Chambers of Xeric. We get our pure essence stack for eventual rune crafting, although I might get the Zaya rune crafting and then all of this is useless kind of, or the library. I might be doing the library for my rune crafting, but you know, if we ever need to make regular runes, I guess, in the future, it's there just in case. Who knows? The 4 dusts, 22 ancestral kits, although I have more because I've been using them on my ancestral. The 1 onyx, if we ever get like an amulet and a bracelet mold, we'll have to get another onyx from Tecton, but 1 is fine for now. Got all the raids loot here. You guys can look at it yourself and all that. Obviously I've gotten 1 more of the decks in the arcane, but I've used them. Everything else is everything that I have, which is really cool to see. Eventually I might need another ancestral hat, because I do plan on filling the costume room whenever I get a saw in a house. So whenever we do that, I will have to come back for another ancestral hat to have in the house, because there's 2 versions. There's the twisted set in the house, and then there's the unkitted set in the house. So I'll have to get both of them. All right, next tab. Just tools tab. Not much changed here. Rune axe, that is the biggest change here. Obviously we got the rune pickaxe from Unlucky Impling very early on, which was a massive upgrade, especially for the guardian room inside chambers. Very happy to get that one early, but I did end up getting a rune axe, which is a new best in slot skilling item. And yeah, that's awesome to have for my AFK woodcutting. It almost makes woodcutting less AFK. Obviously with the steel axe, it was a bit more AFK because, you know, I get the logs slower, my inventory was fill up slower, but honestly I'm not complaining that we get more logs and we get logs quicker. That overall is better. But yeah, not much more to show in this tab. Go straight into the food and supplies tab. I still catch the occasional gourmet implings, so these go up a bit. The dragon implings have been giving me summer pies, which is like my best food by far. Also, a benefit from doing forestry is that you get the strange fruit from the flower event, and I've stocked up on these a lot. I use these in the raid, so if we ever have to come back to the raid for more supplies or something, I'm stocked up there on the strange fruits. The potions have been doing decently, stacking up on these. I don't use strength or attack pots at the necromancer. I don't think it's worth it. The necromancer uses a spell that drains your strength, so usually if I pot strength, it's immediately just taken down attack. I'm already very accurate on it. I'm using Elder Maul, which is like one of the most accurate weapons in the entire game. So attack pot doesn't really do much, so I'm just saving those. I'd rather use those in the raid. Kind of same with the strength potions. Also, I have these super strength potions, so if I'm doing like a speed run attempt, I'll be using these. And defense potions I do bring to necromancer though, because I don't think that they're useful in the raid, and I'm able to AFK a bit more if I can, you know, pot a defense pot and just try and tank as many of the NPCs as I can. So I do use these at necromancer, so they did come in clutch eventually, which is nice. And then yeah, Chef's Delight is what I use to boost my cooking. We have some Slayer boosts, but obviously I don't have Slayer unlocked yet. We're still level 1 Slayer. Stocked up on some stamina potions. I do catch occasional nature implings, so if I happen to get more torsals, we just keep stocking up on the stamina pots as we can. Still catching ninjas occasionally, so prayer pots are decent for the future. From Lucky Implings, I've gained some purple sweets. Purple sweets could be very useful for the speedrun attempts for future chambers. And let's go to the next tab. We have the runes. This is a big tab. This tab has increased a lot in this new chunk. We got stacks of arrows, the lesser kind of arrows. Don't think I'll really ever use these. Maybe if I have a grind where I use like a magic short bow or a twisted bow where it's like kind of AFK and I don't want to pick up the arrows, I'll probably use that. And yeah, the runes have gone up by a crazy amount. Like 64k air runes is crazy because we were constantly running out of those when we were doing chambers, so I really couldn't use magic in the raid. Now we're set on that for a long time, and it's gonna keep growing as long as we keep doing necromancer. 62k water runes. We already had a bunch of earth runes from the troll grind, but that stack's still gone up quite a bit. I think we dropped below 300k in the chambers chunk, so that's gone up pretty much the same as these. Fire rune stack is doing abysmal, but yeah, like I said, I use the runes as I go, so this stack will be very low for the foreseeable future. We got cosmic runes from necromancer. The nature rune stack is doing decently. Obviously I still need more, but I have quite a bit still. Law rune stack has gone way up. If we get construction eventually and I have to teleport to my house every time, we've got 23,000 law runes to use for that. How much is that worth? 2.6 mil. It's actually less than I thought it'd be. But yeah, still a lot of them for the construction grind eventually. Body runes, I could use body runes for my prayer eventually with ensouled heads. So that's kind of nice to stack up on. That does use nature runes as well. So hopefully I get more nature runes in the future. If I have to do all of the necromancer KC for all of the fire runes and I don't get the fire staff, I will have extra nature runes stacked up. These runes from Essence and Blinks count as fire runes, so I've been using those as I go as well. So we're out of those currently. These bolts just get from the occasional dragon impling, and I've been enchanting them because it's a bit of magic XP. I really want to get my magic up right now because the necromancer obviously is a mage, and the more magic level I have, the more magic defense I have. So we've been trying to get as much magic XP as we can. And yeah, stacking up a bit on everything. Dragon darts gone up. I use the dragon darts on necromancer too. It's actually my fastest way of killing necromancer. It's faster than using melee to use dragon darts. But yeah, they go quickly. So I was down to 0 at one point. I think we had like 4k or something when I finished chambers. Used them all on necromancer, down to 0, and then from catching the occasional dragon impling, I've gone back up to almost 4k again, which is kind of crazy. Mind and chaos runes stacking up as well. These obscure kind of bolts I got from the rock crabs chunk that I got. Poison arrows, and okay, that's basically it for this tab. Go to the seed tab. The seed tab's been going up. Dragon implings give me magic seeds, so we've been stocking up on a lot of tree seeds. Also from obviously woodcutting, I get the occasional bird's nest. Dead trees only give clue nests, so I wasn't able to stack up on a lot of seeds while doing the 95 fletching grind on the dead trees. But now that I have used, I've been able to stock up on a lot of seeds that I didn't have before, including my first spirit seeds. Mahogany is new. Teak seeds are new, I believe. Dragon fruit tree seed is new. 2 redwood tree seeds, which are very rare. 2 celestious, which are pretty rare as well. I've gotten from seed nests. So those are nice. I'll need this for diary tasks once I get to the farming guild. Redwood might be a task too, I'm not sure. Yeah, redwood would be a task if I get to the farming guild before I get to the woodcutting guild. We'll see. And dragon fruit is just really good XP, I guess, and then the dragon fruit can be used for like a fletching boost, but I'll show you in a second. I don't really need a fletching boost anymore. Here's the kind of low level herbs that I got from trolls. We have a snapdragon actually that I could use for Dr. Jekyll. Just realized, for another strength potion. Here's other herb lore supplies that we stocked up over time. Snape grass, unicorn horns from implings, coconuts. I guess I can use for coconut milk. That might be useful in herb lore, not sure. Chocolate bars from Sandwich Lady randoms. I keep all that. Bird nests. The stack has gone up a ton. Those could be brews in the future, worth 6 million GP just from picking up all the bird nests over all the woodcutting I've done. So that's pretty insane. The limports I think we got from Lucky Impling, also the wine sesame from Lucky Implings too. And the Eye of Newt, I believe, from an imp. But obviously once we roll the herblore chunk, I'll be able to buy Eyes of Newt. So I'll have like unlimited amounts of those. Same with like vials. I've been keeping vials, but honestly you can buy packs of vials of water once you get to the herblore chunk anyway, so it's not a big deal. Now we have the best in slot, the non-raid best in slot items here. A lot has changed in this tab, mostly because of Lucky Implings. We've gotten our first blessings. We've gotten a best in slot cape, the Bando's cloak. Our first cape with stats. Obviously we have the Xerix capes, but they don't give any stats. We got our Rune Kite shield in, let's see, when we rolled this chunk from the Shazian guards, sergeant, I think they're called, something like that. Anyway, big item right here. We got the black D'hide body, one of the best things I could have gotten from a lucky impling, and I managed to get it, which I'm extremely excited about. Gives me more defense bonuses for the necromancer. Of course, that magic defense of plus 45 is big, but also the slash defense plus 38 was an upgrade for the zombies that are aggressive there too. The black D'hide chaffs we got in the chambers chunk a while ago. Those have been helpful for the necromancer grind. Recently, well, we got rune plate legs like right before we rolled our first chunk. The black mace is a prayer best in slot that we got in our new chunk. That was one of our chunk tasks. And the rune full helm is brand new as well. That is from Lucky Implings. We've gotten 2 of them already. And then Ceradomin robe legs is a prayer upgrade plus 5 prayer, which I could definitely see coming in handy eventually. And that's basically it for the best in slot tasks. Onto this tab, which is the skilling tab. Basically got all of our cut gems. The dragon stones have been going up quite a bit. All of our gems from chambers we were making into bolt tips for fletching XP, so we got some insane stacks of those. There's probably not many people, definitely not many Ironmen in the game who have this many stacks of bolts, but you know, it helped with the fletching grind, so you know, I don't regret it. Onyx bolt tips, and the onyx will go here eventually once we condense the raids tab, which will be a sad day, but will probably happen eventually once I get another big grind, big bossing grind where I want a really cool tab for it. I'll condense that. Been stacking up on the bones since rolling this new chunk and catching a lot of dragon implings. I think I could bury all these manually and get another couple prayer levels, but I don't want to because I don't have a prayer task. I don't have a huge need for more prayer points. And eventually I might get an altar in my house, or maybe in the 4th host dungeon use that altar for prayer training, so I want to keep these. I don't want to waste them just by burying them just yet. We'll see. If I got something like Inferno before having an altar to use them on, I would probably bury them manually, but that's like the only circumstance, and it's kind of a rare circumstance since I'll probably have an altar before then. Got all these talismans stacked up nice and neat in a row. All these bars. Obviously I've been superheating mithril, so we have a large stack of mithril bars right now, and we will probably get more in the future. That's worth 10 mil in mithril bars. Got more tooth halves and loop halves I could actually make and increase the stack in the first tab. We might do that eventually, but also a clean 100 is nice. We got these new ores. Obviously the copper and tin is what unlocked smithing for us from the rock crabs. Iron ore I get occasionally from the zombies at the necromancer, but they're not really worth superheating, so I haven't really been collecting them that much. We got the U logs. I bank U logs whenever I need to bank anyway. My inventory's getting full. Whenever I get like a leprechaun event. And that's enough U logs to get 90 fire making. We're very close to a 90 fire making task. If we unlock this side of the woodcutting guild with the redwood trees, that'd be 90 fire making. Or if we get the farming guild where we can plant our own redwood, that's also 90 fire making there. So we've got it banked in U logs, so whenever we roll that, we can probably roll again in the same day because that'll be pretty quick to do, unless I just want to AFK them. But I did get to 88 fire making in this chunk to kind of prepare for that, just because, you know, I can't bank easily, and I kind of wanted something to do. While woodcutting, that's pretty AFK, and making fires definitely is in that category. Got more bowstrings, magic logs, or magic logs and magic unstrung. We got our ensouled head stack from the troll grind, which we can use for prayer once we get the dark altar eventually. Some headless arrows that I make into dragon arrows occasionally whenever I get the arrow tips. And the darts, I usually use them up right away, because why not? It's a nice stack of fletching XP. We've got 12 million arrow shafts, guys. Whenever I'm not, whenever I'm not banking the U-logs, I'm making them into arrow shafts, because obviously it only takes up 1 inventory space. But yeah, 12 million is an insane amount of arrow shafts. And in fact, from making all of these arrow shafts, I've got 99 fletching in this chunk. 90, I know, that's crazy. 95 to 99 fletching after 95 fletching took me so long and was like such a painful task. I just casually get 99. Yeah, that's kind of wild, to be honest, but yew trees are OP. I'll say my 95 fletching would have been a piece of cake if I had yew trees in the first place, but it is what it is. We got 10k feathers. I'm contemplating making all of these, but yeah, feathers might become useful in the future if I have like some fishing to do or something. I don't really see it happening, but might as well just wait to make them, because there's no reason to make more at the moment. Buckets of sand saved up from implings, compost from implings, super compost from using the saltpeter on them. Oak planks from implings as well, and that's a nice stack for whenever we unlock construction. Steel nails, which could be useful for construction or maybe sailing in the future, since sailing came out and nails are kind of useful for sailing. Balls of wool, Dagnall hide, which are pretty useless, black dragon hide, which are not all that useful. Soft clay, yeah, all this impling stuff pretty much. Bark. I've been doing forestry events whenever I can. I've got all this bark. Here's all the pheasant tails I've accumulated from going dry on the pheasant egg. Miscellaneous like rock crab stuff, iron bars, mackerel. All the leaves I've accumulated. Obviously don't have a forestry backpack, so I can't store those in anywhere. These I can actually make into rations. I could use them on like the kind of low level food I have here. Make forestry rations, which could come in use for like for run energy. You can like cut trees with the rations, and it restores your run energy. Has a chance to restore your run energy. You just use the leaves on the food. It also gives decent cooking XP, but I have no need for them at the moment. I never really run out of run energy anywhere at the moment. Get some rings that I've stacked up from doing woodcutting. Obviously, the ring nests that I wasn't able to get on dead trees either, so stocking up on these. Got rings of dueling for whenever we unlock a place that those would be useful for. And sapphire rings, ruby rings. I don't enchant the ruby rings yet because they take fire runes, obviously. The final tab, the junk tab. I got all my random event loot in here, the stale baguette that we got spooned. We're up to 150 frog tokens. We're still holding on to these. This will be 150 lamps whenever we roll Varrock and can trade them in. So might as well just stack them up, right? Maybe one day they'll come in use. The Varrock chunk could be 99 rune crafting. They could be useful when I unlock like sailing eventually. You can use lamps on sailing now. Who knows? Who knows? So, you know, might as well just stack them up. Before turning these into lamps was a thing, I was still stacking them up just because I like big stacks of things. So those are nice. Right, rare drop table, rune jabs, some miscellaneous impling loot here. Some dragon weapons that I've gotten from lucky implings. Halberd, battle axe, longsword, scimitar, mace, daggers, but I can't wield any of them because they all require quests. This one requires Regicide, Heroes Quest, Lost City, Monkey Madness, Heroes Quest, Lost City. So all those useless, but it's fine because I have Dragon Claws. Don't need these spec weapons. Anyway, more rune items from all of these from Implings, pretty sure. Rune plate bodies, which is funny. I've got from Implings. I obviously can't wear it because it requires Dragon Slayer. Some adamant gear. A lot of these black items are from Implings. Pretty sure the Sim dagger. The black pickaxe is all from Lucky Implings, 4 of those. I got a black axe, which was a woodcutting upgrade for a little while until I got the rune axe. Skills necklace, which is a really unfortunate one to roll. I can't use this yet because I don't have the quest required to enchant it, which is Heroes, I think, or Legends. It might be Legends. I don't know, but I can't use it for a while. And this could have been a combat bracelet. If this was the Dragonstone bracelet, I could have enchanted it. It would have been a melee upgrade, but sadly, it was the wrong one. I could still get that from Lucky Implings, though. We'll see. Miscellaneous stuff here, too. Bunch of junk. I keep everything, guys. I'm a hoarder, obviously. These teleports from Lucky Implings. These firelighters from Lucky Implings. Gotten a couple dupes of them. I think both the blue and the green I've gotten dupes of. Samurai Greaves is a master unique. Same with the Lovekenge hood. I just got this one recently. Some other Fashionscape pirate hat for when we unlock sailing. Big pole there. Gotten some pages. 2 of these, this same page, which is funny. Armadillo page I just got like yesterday. Crazy. Stone tablet from the quest that we partially completed in one of our chunks. 3 petal garlands, 2 fox whistles, 3 fox whistles because I've used one from just barely ever doing those events. Honestly, I think the dupe petal garlands are literally from me AFKing, and the correct ring that you're supposed to stand on just happens to be underneath me. I think that's how I got those extras, so that's kind of funny. But yeah, just cosmetic collection log things, kind of whatever. I've got 3 out of the 4 beads from killing imps so far, so we'll be ready for the imp catcher quest one day. Got some other loot from imps too. Egg. Clues. So I've got a doable medium clue step. I've got a hard clue step that's close. The hard clue step is in this chunk here. I mentioned it in my last video as well as a possible way to get a fire battle staff. So we're ready for that whenever it comes. I've currently no doable hard clue steps in my chunks, so that's as close as we could get. The elite is doable. Actually, I had to kill a rock crab for that, and I have rock crabs. But obviously, the odds of us getting that same step back, 6 back, I think 6 is minimum for elite clues. Pretty rare, I'd say. So, not betting on that. But eventually, maybe I can juggle elite clues whenever I get more steps. Unlocking Skatizo, I'm hoping that I have more elite and hard clue steps. That way I might be able to juggle them. Whenever I stack up on like totems, I could possibly complete a hard or an elite clue if I have enough steps in that chunk. More pots of flour, other stuff from Implings. And that's the entire bank, guys. Sorry that it took quite a while to go through everything, but we obviously have a lot of stuff, so kind of is what it is. Oh yeah, this pheasant outfit, also collection logs from this chunk, but I'll show you the collection logs in a second here. Here are the stats We maxed our attack level in this chunk. We maxed our defense level in this chunk. We passed 30 million strength XP from killing necromancer. 28 million hit points XP. We got our 97 mining from stars in our first chunk. We're up to 69. Nice. Smithing. So kind of getting there. We are 16 levels from our goal, but it's a pretty difficult 16 levels. Obviously, XP doubles every 7 levels, so basically after 2 more levels. So once we're 71 smithing, we'll have to double our XP 2 more times to get the level. So we are a lot further than it kind of looks with that level, but we're still progressing at a decent pace. So I'm alright with that. Obviously 1 herb lore still. Fishing, we could get a fishing task at Mulch Island right here once we unlock that. Verf just recently unlocked that. Very cool chunk. Thieving, I think I've gotten a couple thieving levels in this chunk just from doing the forestry event, the egg one, going dry on that. Cooking, basically the same. Prayer the same. Crafting the same. Our fire making went up. We were 75 when we rolled this chunk, and now we're 88. It's kind of crazy how fast the levels have been. 84 magic. We've jumped a lot of magic levels. Obviously, I said earlier that magic XP is very important for the magic defense. And superheating, we get a lot of XP from superheating and then occasionally using spells. I also use this new spell called Monster Inspect on while I'm doing necromancer. Kind of passive XP. Uses body and mind runes, which are both not that useful, so kind of 0 time free magic XP pretty much. Our 99 fletching from 95 in this chunk. Woodcutting XP, guys, this is kind of crazy. We're at 58 million woodcutting XP almost. If I keep AFKing at the rate that I am, whenever I'm doing other stuff like my top chunk account, I might pass Hannibal's XP in this chunk, not gonna lie. 1 rune crafting, 1 slayer. I want a lamp slayer eventually, but obviously lamping, smithing is more beneficial at the moment. But once we don't have a lampable grind, I'll be lamping slayer one day. Farming, we've gotten some farming levels from doing the struggling sapling forestry event. We're up to 60 farming. This is a nice place to be. 60, I'd say. Good head start for the farming guild or spirit tree patch whenever we unlock those. 1 construction, obviously. I need a house. 94 hunter. No new levels for hunter. I catch the occasional impling and that's about it. Then obviously sailing. But we're at 1651 total level. 232 million total XP. No new combat achievements. Jagex ruined my 0 quest point pure when they added Tutorial Island as a quest, which is kind of dumb, but whatever. Achievement diaries completed. I gotta admit, I messed up, guys. I messed up twice. Sadly. Obviously, once you have teleports, mistakes happen. I accidentally cast a Lumbridge teleport. I filtered it out. I filtered the teleports out, but I accidentally casted a Lumbridge teleport one day. My bad. I'm restarting the account, I promise. And I accidentally... What did I do here? Yeah, I accidentally teleported to the Xeric's heart on the Xeric's talisman. Because, yeah, I don't think that there's any way to filter out those other teleports, because I can only use one of them currently. If anybody knows how to filter out those teleports, let me know so I don't accidentally misclick them again. But, yeah. I'm sorry. It just happened. My bad. But oh well. Collection logs. Let's get into it. This is the bread and butter right here. You guys know we green logged the Chambers of Xeric, 23 out of 23. I was 2001 KC when I finished the chunk. Now we're 2007, so 6 more KC. No new purples, thank God. I don't need any more purples. Don't give me any, except for the hat, maybe. 2 pets, obviously. Clues, we gotten some clue collection logs. The black pickaxe for beginners. Easy collection logs. The Saradomin robe. Amulet of Power T. And the black pickaxe is also a unique there. 4 out of 115, the mediums, the bucket helm, the mithril plate body, headband, which is used for a clue step, but that's like all the way at the top of the wilderness, so that's not a big deal. Hard clue steps, or clue collection logs, we have 2, pirate hat and red dragon mask. Elite, nothing in the elite, which is kind of weird, but it does have like the least amount of uniques, I'd say. There's nothing useful here, I want to say. The Ranger's tunic at one point might have been an upgrade, and then obviously the black d'hide trimmed is still black d'hide, so kind of useful. Holy wraps would be best in slot, but not useful. And Ranger gloves, I'm pretty sure are worse than the red d'hide vamps that I have currently. So that's pretty useless as well. And yeah, everything else useless. Master clue uniques 2. The Greaves and the Lovekinch hood. And yeah, nothing else useful here. Nothing at all. Rares, no rares. And shared clue slots. We have a chance to, get a good amount of shared clue slots. They're accessible at every tier of clue, obviously, so there's a good chance that I get these every time that I catch a lucky impling. We've gotten a few so far, 15 out of 49. And mini games, nothing, obviously. And miscellaneous, green logged random events, and miscellaneous here. Bones, Derek's talisman, and forestry, wherever that is, right here. Forestry, fox whistle, still no golden pheasant egg. I don't have the shop, obviously, so I can't get any of these. Made the outfit, petal garland, 97 beehive parts. I found a really cool trick for the beehives. These you can alch. They're like a decent alch. It's like 3k per, so they add up. But you only have to like use 1 log on a beehive if somebody else completes it for you, and you have a chance to get the parts. So, and a bonus woodcutting XP. So I usually use 1 log on a beehive and have a chance to get beehive parts. But yeah, I think that's literally everything. I think we literally went over everything. Do I show the playtime? I don't know. How about we get let's get 100 likes on this video and I'll show the playtime. Let's see if we can do that. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. Songs, I guess, 67. Still haven't cheated, I swear to God. Haven't cheated. All the illegal songs are from getting to my starting chunk. Live young impling catch, maybe? No. Yeah. That's the struggle. Yeah, if you guys want to win 2 billion GP, make sure you join my friend's chat and try and scout for lucky implings, either at Chambers or in the necromancer chunk. let me know via the friends chat, or you can private message me. I've always got my private on, or impling calls, and then my Discord as well. You can also let me know. You can ping me in my Discord under the impling section. If you find a lucky impling and I'm not paying attention or I'm logged out, you can let me know there. If you find one, don't private message me on Discord. I never see it. At me in the impling section on Discord if you find something and I'm offline. But yeah, 2 billion GP, 2 billion, and 10 mil per lucky impling. So get to it, guys. Either way, it's fine. I'm fully committed to finishing this chunk, whatever it takes. If I have to kill 300,000 necromancers, then you know, I kill 300,000 necromancers. But appreciate you guys for watching the video, sticking to it to the end of it as well. And yeah, I will see you next time, and look forward to more top chunk episodes coming soon. And we are stacking up clips for the future Cox Chunks episodes. It will come back eventually, I promise. This is my main account. It's my favorite account. It's staying that way. Appreciate you all. Have a great day. Thank you for everything. Like, comment, subscribe. Love you all. Peace.